Jedi mind trick for each and every one of you here. I'm not sure if you know this, but there are 87 MI reps in the audience today, okay? If you're not sitting next to it, everybody, every time I turn around, there's another MI rep that's sitting right there. So let me just say, you will do more MI going forward in the future. All right, there's the MI mind trick. That's all we're going to do there. But I want to get into the Jedi mind tricks. And as we're going to do that, we have to understand, I'm going to get in your brain for a minute. And this is what I need your mind to do. I need your mind to understand and accept the fact that this picture up here on this screen tells you everything you need to know about the mortgage business today. And as proof of that, every single speaker we have had speak so far today has said basically nothing but that picture right there. What does that picture say to you? Anybody? Relationships. Yeah. Relationships for money. Okay. I mean, what does that really say to you? What that one says to me right there, it's all what? Let's work here, it's not going. Embrace change. Little hokey. Wake me up after lunch, but we got it. It's all about change. That's what it was. Except for Richman's last slide, it's the same thing I said last year, right? But everybody else is embrace change. We got to keep moving change. How am I going to get your mind, the Jedi mind trick, to start to embrace the change? Well, let me give you a real quick 4 charts for the non-economist that's out there. Why do I only do 4? Because we got 2 people talking about the economy. But what I want to talk about is when you look at what? When you look at the change, what's the change that you're going to do with the numbers that are being presented to you? So when I look at this first chart, what do I see? First-time homebuyers make up 1/3 of the marketplace. Today, right now, it's at 32%, excuse me. That's 1/3 of the marketplace. Historically, we're at 40. Oh God, there's no first-time homebuyers out there. A little bit lower in Hawaii, don't get me wrong, I'm with you on that. But does anybody want to give up 1/3 of their business? So embrace the first-time homebuyer. Number 2, investment properties on their way down. That's where we are. Number 3, distressed sales are on their way down. Who in there is going, man, I dig me some short sales. Why are we getting rid of those? REO, live for that stuff. So this is really good news, but this is the one. This is the one. This is the number we need to talk about. The all-cash buyer. What do you think when you hear all-cash buyer? Those bastards. Those horrible, bad people. We got an ocean right here. Let's drown them all. It's embrace the change. Actually, what I say to you is if you have an all-cash buyer, amen, hallelujah, I love you. You want to know why? A lot of these all-cash buyers do what within the next 12 months? They get a mortgage. They refi. So if I said, hi, here's an all-cash, instead of going, hi, all-cash buyers need not apply here. All cash buyers, we love you. Let me help you. What are we going to do? Here's the 5 top tips. Right on our website, 5 top tips. All cash buyers, here's what you need to do. Number 1, still get an appraisal. Why? Because when you get a mortgage within the next 12 months, guess what you're going to need? An appraisal. Number 2, you still have to see if you're in a flood zone. You got to get your insurances. You got to get your, right? And you say, hey, don't just go and say, I have the cash. I'll take the house. What I want to do is say, hey, make the process a lot easier today, but I'm setting you up. See, I got the mind trick because I know where your mind's going. That's what a Jedi does. I'm 2 steps ahead of you. So I've done what? I've already started that. What did we talk about? The relationship. You heard it over and over. We started the relationship. I'm seeding that relationship so that it will be positive going forward because I'm helping you today. You with me on that? So still go after that. Number 2. This was the economist from Fannie Mae. Wasn't he the Fannie Mae economist that we had right before lunch? I forgot his name. Mark? Mark. Okay, Mark. He was talking about student debt, student debt. What's student debt? That sickly, puke, green, yellowish color, Flemish up there, that's the student debt. If you're in your 20s to your 30s, that's over 50% of all of your debt. Why aren't they buying the homes? Bingo! I got your answer. Now, my name is Steve Richman. I work for Genworth Mortgage Insurance. I'm going to tell you flat out, the views and the opinions being expressed here today are not the views of Genworth Mortgage Insurance. They're the views and the opinions of Steve Richman. So if you disagree with the views and the opinions of Steve Richman, please do not get upset with Genworth Mortgage Insurance. Please feel free to get very upset with me. Feel free to contact my attorneys, who happen to be who? Me. I'm an attorney. Okay, so here's what happens. You all said, I hate the cash buyer. All the MI companies that are here, and we got a lot of us here, We all say, we hate the piggyback loan. Let me tell you where the piggyback loan is. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen to the piggyback loan. You all know what a piggyback loan is? It's an 80-10-10, 80-50, whatever, 80-20, whatever you want to call it. I travel all over the country. I've spoken in every state in the United States of America. I'm with different lenders every single day. In their conference rooms, in their boardrooms, in their product development, they are all trying to figure out what the new piggyback loan is going to be, and it's going to be a combination of mortgage and student debt. Why? Think about this for a moment. Your student debt is being paid off at 8%. Your mortgage is probably 3.75 to 4% today. And who do we want as customers? How many of you dig people who don't have jobs in education? Your target market. We want the person who has an education, because if you have an education, you're more likely to get a job. You're more likely to get a job. It's going to be a more high-paying job because you have the education. So what are we going to do? Let's stick you in a hole and prevent you from getting a home. This is where we're going in the marketplace. I need you to embrace the change and see where the market's going, because these are millennials. Now, who are millennials? We already heard what Dave Stevens said earlier today, and I'm going to put actual numbers around it. Yes, the numbers are going down, but today, 32.1%, according to Pew Research, 32.1% of people under the age of 35, 18 to 35, are living at home with mom and dad. That's huge. Or huge, depending on who you're voting for, right? But we're looking at 32.1% are living at home with mom and dad. The average age of a loan officer in the United States of America is 54. The average age of a real estate agent in the United States of America is 65. That's Florida. It is 58. Okay, so what happens is, thank you for playing. So what we're looking at is the average age is 54, the average age is 58. Some of you are sitting in the room saying, hey, check it out, I'm above average. Okay, so what you're thinking is, but when we know that what? When we know that 32.1% of millennials are living at home with mom and dad, and you're 58 years old, you've been in this business for 20 years, how are you going to walk up to a 24-year-old and say, hey, it's time for you to buy a house, I can help? Because they're looking at you saying, thanks, Grandpa, sit back down. See, my comment is, if you've been in this business for 20 years, 22 years, 24 years, like a lot of us have, don't go after the millennials. What I want you to do is go look at all your old files. Who'd you do a loan for 20 years ago, 22 years ago, 24 years ago? Write them a letter, send them an email. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Jones, is someone living in your basement? Want to get them out? I can help. Embrace the change, my friends, because what we are looking at is, what did I just tell you? 60% of millennials get financial advice from their parents. If you already have the relationship with the parents, why aren't you going to do what? Why don't you go after their parents to get them to give that hot lead right there to you? See, it's all about how you use the numbers and how it goes out there. And this last one I just throw up here, hey, just so you know, because I know that some people, they go, oh, am I? 80% of all first-time home buyers get some type of mortgage insurance on their loan. Either FHA, which is government, VA, or private MI. 80%. So as much as you go, where do we go? 80% of the first-time home buyer marketplace is sitting right here. That disappears if we disappear. You with me on that? So there's 4 quick charts for the non-economists that's sitting here in this room. The next thing that's going to happen right here in this room is you, my friend, with the glasses. What is your name? Hi, Samantha. How are you? I'm glad to hear it, Samantha, even though you're not sure that you're really good. But anyway, Samantha, do you know what the #1 most asked question in the United States of America, this includes Hawaii, the #1 question, 365 days a year, do you know what the #1 most asked question is? No? I'll give you a hint. I asked that question to you about 18 seconds ago. Not what's your name? Hey, what's your name? What's your name? What's your name? That's not what we do. We go, how are you? How are you? That's the most often asked question. How many of you have been asked, how are you, at least 15 times so far today? I want you to understand one thing. Jedi mind trick. I'm getting in your mind right now. That's a very important question. Every potential customer starts off with 3 words. How are you? Every business referral, potential business referral starts with 3 words. How are you? Every referral source and potential referral source starts with these 3 words. Except, what's your name? Except Richard. Richard goes, what's up? So, but yeah, it's basically the same 3 words. What's up? That's right. It's how are you? Is your answer, see, we do objections. Is your answer any good? Y'all do objection planning, right? You know what objection planning is. We know they're going to ask this question, so let's script out an answer. Y'all with me on that? You got a good answer to this? Because some of you don't. Because I sat there drinking Coronas and margaritas with you people last night. And as you were eating your quesadillas, I was walking around the audience, the group, and I was saying, how are you? And you know what some of you said? I could complain, but who'd listen? Oh yeah. I want to do business with you. That, you sound fascinating. Tell me more. And some of you said, and you didn't quite use this language, but you said, same stuff, different day. Oh, here's my social number. Helps buy a house together. If you ask me, how are you? I have the same answer. Anna, where's Anna? I don't remember your last name, but Anna asked me, how are you? And I gave her, you remember my answer, don't you? Yeah, she's smiling. Watch this, check this out. Your answer to how are you, and you're going to get asked the question, has to be positive, memorable, and encourage ongoing conversation. You don't have to choose my answer, but it has to be these 3 things because you're going to ask that question. When someone says to me, how are you? I say, I don't have a problem in the world. Isn't that awesome? She's laughing. She's engaged. She's 1 out of 200. That's cool. I got 1. But Anna laughed when I said it to her earlier today, and she remembered. She's like, oh my God, now he's speaking and talking to me. This is crazy. Those 7 words or whatever it is, 8 words, got me more free stuff than anybody else in this room has ever gotten in their life. I walk on a flight every day. And every day I walk on a flight, you got a flight attendant that says what? Hi, how are you? 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 And everybody's getting on the plane, they say the same thing. I had a 4-hour layover. How do you think I am? I'm sitting in the back seat, middle row, next to the bathroom. How do you think I am? I'm visiting my mother-in-law. How do you think I am? I get on the flight attendant says to me, how are you? I say, I don't have a problem in the world. He or she laughs and goes, that's great. I wish I was like you. I said, I can make that happen. You got an empty seat up in first class. You come back and talk to this guy, and I'll make that. But you're laughing. Richman said he tried it because he heard me do this the other day. He said he got on. It works. Why? Because I don't want to move up to first class. I can't complain. I could complain, but who'd listen? That's not who I'm looking to do business with. It's amazing. Little things, little words, Jedi mindset. I need to go eliminate 2 words from your vocabulary. Please. I never want you to use them again, and I've already heard them here today. The first word is fight. Who was the first person to say the word fight here today? Dave Stevens said the word fight this morning. I don't know if you were listening to what Dave said, but all of a sudden he says, it's a fight in D.C. Get rid of it in your... First off, how well is D.C. working? Because they're fighting. If you go in looking for a fight, I guarantee you I know what you're going to get. You're going to get a what? A fight. I hear it all the time. I'm fighting with underwriting to get your loan approved. I'm fighting with closing to get an exception to move the date up. How about I'm working with underwriting to get your loan approved? I'm collaborating with closing to get you an exception to move the date up. Because if you come in and want to collaborate with me, you have a much better chance of getting what you're going to get. If you come in fighting, hi, welcome to DC. And that's why we're having gridlock there, because they know they're going in looking for a fight. They are not trying to work together. You want your office to work like Washington, DC? I think not. So that's rule number 1. We want to get rid of the word fight. The second word we want to get rid of is this one right here. Stop saying this, and this comment was out there already today. Work is hard. Life is hard. No, it's not. How many of you had lunch today? How many of you have a roof over your head? How many of you are going to have free drinks by the pool tonight with me? Your life's not hard, people. You live in Hawaii. I gave a presentation. It was in Connecticut a couple of weeks ago, probably about 5 weeks ago, and it was at a realtor shop, actually, and next to the realtor shop was the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Their life is hard. We have no room to complain. But here's the problem with saying life is hard, work is hard. A rock is hard. And a rock will always be hard no matter what you do to it. Pour some water on it. Guess what? Now it's a wet rock. It's always going to be hard. I want you to eliminate the word hard and replace it with work is messy. Life is messy. Because you know what? A mess can be cleaned up. You can always do something about a mess. You can't do something about it being hard because it's always going to be hard. My daughter, this little muppet of a kid with this blonde hair, and I'll be sure you love her. And she says to me one day, you know, Dad, life's hard. Where are you going with that with an 11-year-old? What's she got to look forward to if at 11 her life is hard? I said, no, it's not. It's just a little bit messy. We can solve any problem that's out there. We can clean it up. Next time you have a file and something happens to it, oh my God, it's so hard. There's always a problem. I can't stand it. I got to go fight with underwriting. Stop. We have a mess. Let's work together to clean this puppy up, shall we? Right? It's a big mindset difference. Here's the other mind difference. Renee was talking about this. I don't know if he's still in the room or not. But Renee was talking about transactional sales and relationship-based sales. You know the difference because every one of you raised your hand and said, we're all relationship-based, right? We don't do transactions. We're all relationship-based because business is all about building relationships. And ladies and gentlemen, that is wrong. I need you to change your mindset. Business may be all about building relationships, but relationships are all built upon transactions. Do you know why they came to you? You don't know why they came to you? Let me fill it in for you. You have money. They came for you for the mortgage. They did not come to you for a relationship. How many of you ever said, I'm so lonely, I need to call a loan officer and get a relationship? That's what I'm looking to do now. The only reason they called you is because they want the transaction. The reason that they called you is because they want the loan. 60% of borrowers said, would you just take a transactional approach? I have enough friends. I don't have enough money. And we keep talking about, it's a relationship. I was listening when Dave was talking earlier, but it's a relationship. A relationship? Well, the woman who was talking about when she does the audits, right? The CFPB woman, when she was talking about that, about the audits. Hey, you violated this. Hey, we're in a relationship. I forgive my wife when she does something wrong. We're in a relationship. Go try and play that one with the CFPB, my friend. All right? I mean, we're all about the transaction. So I'm not saying the relationship isn't important. I'm saying don't forget the transaction. How many of you ever bought a car? How many of you ever walked into the car dealership and said, hey, I'm looking for a relationship with this guy? You see what we are doing? How many of you ever shopped at a place called Amazon.com? Quick show of hands, quick show of hands. You, my friend, Anna, come on, I'm going to talk to you for a second. Anna, what's the last thing you bought at Amazon.com that you don't mind telling everybody else in this room about? Some kind of a hand roll shaker? I want to party with you, Anna. I don't even know what you're... A hand roll shaker? Oh, a sushi. I got you. All right. I was just like, she's just going, I hope you're not making your sushi like this. Hey, we got fish. Tuna for everybody. So what we look at is when you bought that maker, what's the name of the person that delivered it? What's the name of the person you're going to complain to if there's a problem? We are teaching everybody in the United States of America to be transaction-based. How many of you know somebody that's bought a house online? They looked at it online, they found it online, they did everything online. I'm getting nods, 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 nods. And what are we saying? Hey, let's go be relationship-based. I'm not saying the relationship isn't important. I'm saying please do not forget about the what? The transaction, because we're teaching everybody to be transaction-based. Anna, do you do a lot at Amazon.com? Yes. You don't even go there. I know where she goes. I have access to Anna's entire history for her searches on Google. Look how nervous she is now. It's all right. Let me tell you where she goes. Anna, just you bear with me. I'm magic, right? Jedi mind trick. You ready? You ready? Boom. Yeah, look at her. She goes, oh my God, he knows me so well. So what happens is we go to Amazon Prime, because Amazon Prime is what? That is Amazon's answer from transaction to relationship. See what they did, Anna? They said, hey, you want to buy something from us? Yes. Did you like it? Yes. Would you like to buy something else? Yes. We got now 2 positive transactions. You want a third? Third? Hey, why don't we have a relationship? Anna, I'll tell you what. Why don't you give me a little bit of money? I'll give you free shipping. Give me a little bit of money? Free movies. Anna. Let me just hold on to your credit card for you. You can trust me because we're now in a... Ladies and gentlemen, that is exactly what you want to do. You want them to come in and get the transaction, and that transaction be so good, they leave wanting the relationship. Right? Because they're coming in wanting this, you want that. You got to flip them to that. By what? By making that transaction so good. How do you do that? We call that a what? A translationship. Trademark pending. So notice you have what? You have the transaction first. It's not a relax. You're not saying that I want to go relational. Hey, let's set up a relationship and see where it goes. Maybe we'll do business. We say, hey, you want this? You're going to love me by the time you get it. You see what we did? How do you do it? Let me show you how you do it. Every one of your customers asks 2 questions every time they talk to you. Why should I do business with you? Why should I do business with your company? That's it. Why should I do business with you? Why should I do business with your company? That's what they're asking. There's an actual answer to that. Let me show you bad answers. We have great rates. No, you don't. Everybody, rates, one day you're higher, one day you're lower. You all got the same rates. We all have the same rates. Why should I do business with you? Why should I do business with your company? Because I've been in this business for 24 years. Okay, so you're telling me you're old, right? I mean, stop telling a lot. Just because you knew how to do it. I walk into people's offices, and there's plaques on their desk that says, Team MVP 1996. Like, what have you been doing the last 20 years, cowboy? I mean, come on, we got to see. Don't tell me you were really good at doing loans in 96. Tell me you know how to do loans in 2016. We offer great customer service. Raise your hand if you offer great customer service. That's it, man. You're above average in customer service. Go ahead, put your hand up in the air if you have above average in customer service. You guys suck at customer service. Look at you. Not a hand. Raise your hand if you're above average in customer service. Everybody's going to claim they're good at customer service, and that makes you all what? Average. If I go to your website, 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 I guarantee you, page 1, right there it says, customer service is important to us. We thrive to provide outstanding customer service. And since you're all saying the same thing, you said what? Absolutely nothing different. No one has ever said, hey, when it comes to customer service, not really our thing. It's not what we're into here. So by saying you're great at customer service, you're saying I'm just like everybody else. How do you do it? Every one of your customers simply want 4 things. They want it fast. Has anyone ever said, I'm looking for a mortgage, whenever you get around to it, that will be fine? Please, no need to call me back. Just one day I'll just open the mailbox and poof, there'll be money there. They want it fast. They want it easy. Hey, can I sign like 87 more docs, please? This has been a good time. And I'll resubmit all my financials a couple more times, too. Now, the average person in the United States of America stays in their house for 9 years. Historically, they stay in their house for 6, but in today's market, they are there for 9 years. Was it faster and easier to purchase a home 9 years ago than it was today? You better redefine what fast and easy is for our customers. Why? I didn't have to prove my income 9 years ago. Yeah, I know. The rules have changed a little bit. We have to redefine what fast and easy is for them and why. Does that make sense to everybody? So fast, easy, what else do they want? They want it done right the first time. Seriously? Stop complaining about trade. They're making me actually get my numbers right. Do you think your customer's going to say, no, I prefer when you just mess them up? You should be saying, hey, you know what? I'm so dead on with what my numbers are. 3 days before closing, I'm going to give you a bunch of documentation that shows my numbers haven't changed. And you can go over it with a fine-tooth comb, and you'll get all the information you want. And you're going, is that guy stupid? He's talking about TRID. We already know we have to do that. Are you marketing it? Are you making that work for you? Because you know that's what your customer wants. And the other thing they want it fast, they want it easy, they want it correct, they want it reasonably priced. And you're going, They want it lowest price possible. Number 1, if they're unreasonable, you don't want them as a customer. But number 2, they only want it reasonably priced, and I can prove it right here, right now. Raise your hand, and unlike the customer service comment where you all just ignored me, I'm going to pick on everybody in the room at some point. Just deal with it. Raise your hand if you ever bought a bottle of Fiji water. Go ahead, raise your hand right now. You all don't care a thing about price. Why? Fiji water did $250 million worth of sales last year, and guess what? It's free. I can get all the water I want by going to any spigot and then fill this up, and I am good to go. Now, if Fiji all of a sudden raised their price another $3 a bottle, I bet you what? Everybody would stop buying it, because then they became unreasonable. They only need it reasonably priced. They want it fast, they want it easy, they want it correct, they want it reasonably priced, and they want it from what? Someone that they know, they like, they trust. You got it? So what is that? Making it fast, easy, correct, and reasonably priced talks to the what? The transaction. Knowing you, liking you, and trusting you talks to the what? The relationship. We got our translationship. You with me? You're with me. Now, I want to build your translationship right now. How are they going to know you, like you, and trust you? If you have more information than anybody else, they will know you, like you, and trust you if you are smarter. I know we already heard. You get so many news sources. Stop it. You need 3. News source number 1 for everybody in this room. If you're not signed up for Chrisman's newsletter, sign up for robchrisman.com. You go to the bottom of his newsletter, it says sign up here for free, publishes 6 days a week. He's sitting in the back of the room. This is an unpaid endorsement. I read it, not every day because it's long. But I read it a lot of the time. I like it on the airplanes, you know, and I'm doing that. But if you want serious, how many of you get subscribed to Chrisman? How many of you would recommend the other people in this room subscribe to Chrisman? Not a hand went down. Subscribe to his newsletter. Do you care about the economy? Of course you do. What do you need to do? You need to sign up for econ70.com. Econ70.com is a guy named Elliot Eisenberg. 5 days a week, Elliot Eisenberg writes a blog. He will email it to you for free that says this is what happened in the economy today in 70 words or less. Nice. I just got a hoo-ah. All right. 70 words or less, and you can see exactly what's going on in the economy, and you know what it is. The third source, so we just talked about what? We talked about mortgages, Rob Chrisman. We talked about the economy, Econ 70. Do we all have to be worldly people and know what's going on in the world right now? There's a website you need to subscribe, a blog you need to subscribe to. If you don't do it, I'm telling you, you're making a mistake. This is called The Skim. Gentlemen in this room, you're going, hey, that looks like Skinner Grow vodka. No, let me tell you. Anybody here subscribe to The Skim? Raise your hand, raise your hand. How many of you would recommend that everybody else in this room subscribe to The Skim? Not a single hand went down. It is awesome. Every day it comes out, Monday through Friday. It says, this is the 5 top headlines that went through today. You have to start to pay attention to them. All right? We'll go through that. Now, tips on texting. Jedi mind trick. How do you engage people and communicate better through texting? Tip 1. They expect all texts to be responded to within 3 minutes. If it takes you more than 3 minutes to respond to a text, you are considered being rude. How do you Jedi mind? Have you ever gotten a text that says, why haven't you replied to my text yet? Here's mind trick. Hi. What's the best way to communicate with you? By text? No problem. I reply to all texts within 4 hours or by the end of the business day. Or if you set the expectation, you're good. Number 2. Remember, these are not the droids you're looking for. Take that same motion, but slide to the left. What happens is there's a button that says send read receipts. Slide to the left. See, what that says is on your text, it will either say delivered or read. If it says read, why haven't you responded yet? If it says just delivered, I don't know when you've actually read it. So turn your read receipts off. You with me on that one? Number 3, there's an autoresponder. That means hi, without me even doing anything. An email, a text comes in, a text goes out. This is what your auto response should say. As soon as I get an email, this is what goes out. Thank you for your text. Unfortunately, I'm driving right now, and I don't want to die. That's all you have to put. No one is going to say, no, I demand you text and drive. And there are some people that just don't answer the phone, and these are the millennials. My son, who I love desperately, my son who is in college, who has made dean's list every semester in college, is a moron. And this is being taped. I have no problem saying it. Because my son, who has something that looks like this, does not know how to go, hello? He knows how to go this. He doesn't know how to do this. Do you all have customers that just don't pick up the phone when you call? It's like unbelievable. They don't return voicemail. How do you get them to talk to you? Text them. 2 letters. When I need to talk to my son, I text him 2 letters. No, not call me. Call me is 2 words. That's 6 letters. See, when I do call me, they go, I don't have my phone with me. Oh, please, you lie. I text him 2 letters. Check it out. This is an actual conversation between, my son's name is Zach. I text him, yo. And he texts me, he's a smart kid, Dean's List, yo back. And then I text him, good, you have your phone, I'm calling, pick up. You see, what we do is we move from here to here. We start here, we end up, this is a non-starter. Looking at your mortgage, really? Yes, we need to talk, I am calling. See what you just did? Start the conversation on text and then move it over to the phone. So that's just a real quick way to do it, and I know I'm trying to get us a little bit back on schedule, so I'm zipping through this, and I know I speak fast. A copy of this presentation, I was told, is going to be available online on the website, and you're going to make it so that you all get this stuff. They'll set it up, they'll send it out, so we're good. So I want to give you a couple of weapons that you can have contained right here in your phone, because you are now Jedi. What do? Here's 9 super cool apps everybody in this room needs. You need them, your real estate agents need them, you can take them to them, share them, make them happen. Number 1, you got to download Cycloramic. This is an iProduct only. Why? Because Mark Cuban put $500,000 into the company and he's not changing it anyway else. It will cost $1.99. What it does is it allows your real estate agent to take that phone, put that phone on the table just like that, and it will slowly send vibrations through the phone and spins it around, and it takes a 360-degree picture of the room that you're in. Oh my God, nice! For $1.99. Now you're sitting there with that fancy phone that says, that won't stand up, man. Look, it's an iPhone 6, it's rounded. All you need to do is go to the power source, unplug it from the wall. You know that little white cube that came with your phone? Take the prongs that go up like that, drop your phone in it like that, and it will turn it around just like that. I gotta leave. She told me to shut up. I'm sorry, I'm out of here, man. Shut the front door! Woo! So what we're looking at is that's called Cycloramic, and if you say shut up, I got nothing to say on this one, my friend. I'm not even going to show you this one. I want you to look at me. Forget about the screen. Look at me, look at me, look at me. It lets you go like this. And it will tell you the dimensions of the room you're standing in. What is it? Wow. It's called what? It's called Magic Plan. It is good for the Droid. It is good for the iPhone. You will have a copy of this presentation, so those of you that are taking pictures, you will get it anyway. And not only will it tell you the dimensions of the room, you can drag and drop and create an entire floor plan so people know exactly what it looks like. And then it will say this, because I know what your real estate Jedi. I know what your real estate agents are asked. Is my bedroom set going to fit in there? Is my dining room table going to fit in there? Once it has the dimensions of the room, it says, what are the dimensions of the furniture? And it virtually places the furniture into the room. If you give your real estate agent an app that lets them virtually place the what? The furniture within the room, and that helps them sell the house, who's getting that referral? Who's getting that mortgage? That's what you're getting. We need to what? That's what we're doing right there. If you don't give your customers a scanner, this is called Genius Scan. Everybody needs a scanner on their phone. Why do you need a scanner on their phone? Because flat out. Well, I'm not going to be in the office till Tuesday, and then I'll be able to send you the documents. Fast and easy, folks. Send me the documents. We are good to go. This is called Evernote. If you have not met at least 5 people at this conference that you didn't know before, you're having a lousy conference. Your purpose for being here is to network and talk to other people around the entire organization, and they are going to give you business cards, and what are you going to do with them? Stick them in a drawer. So what I want you to do is do something even better with them. Download them to Evernote. Evernote creates a what? It creates your own online, on-phone, digital Rolodex. So all you have to do is take a picture of it, and it digitizes that business card. So now you want to call the person, you go to their business card, you click on their name, you click on their phone number, and you're talking to them. It will also invite the people to LinkedIn. How many of you are on LinkedIn? You want to grow your LinkedIn network there? You don't have to look the person up with the little, so share with me here. Oh, this is called HomeSnap. Neat stuff. HomeSnap lets me walk up to any house in the United States of America and I click on it. What does it do? Based on my GPS locator and based upon Google Maps, it knows where I'm standing. It'll immediately send me a report. It will say, this is the year that house was built. This is how much it last sold for. This is the square footage. This is the number of bedrooms. This is the number of bathrooms. And this is what school it goes to. Right there. Yeah. A little scary. Little big brother-ish. I'm with you. I'm not. So what I don't want you to do is this. Don't start walking around your neighborhood with your dog and go, hey man, get out. I know what they did. You can do that anyway. Just go to what? Go to homesnap.com. Type in the address and it'll give you the same information. Next one we got is what? This is called Mile IQ. Mile IQ is great because we all lie to the government every April when they say, how many business miles did you drive this week, this month, this year? Hey, stop telling them it was 16,000. Mile IQ, it says this is a business ride, this is a personal ride, and it gives you a log of all your business miles for your tax write-off. Next one, Open Home Pro. Stop with the yellow legal pad at open houses. This is a great way to start doing open houses. They log in, it'll send them thank you letters. You'll have your whole database for $4.99. Do this. Here, I want to talk about a different app. I'm sorry, it's later on in the presentation. I'm watching my time. I want to hit what this is called. There's an app that is out there that is called Periscope. Periscope. If you don't like Periscope, Facebook now has a version of it. It's called Facebook Live. What Periscope or Facebook Live allows you to do is this creates your own TV station right here and people can subscribe to it. It's wonderful for real estate agents who are trying to do what? They're trying to show a house to multiple people at one time. They can say, we're doing a house showing from 10 to 11, boom, and it can communicate. So hey, check it out, stainless steel fridge. Is that a hardwood floor? Yes, it is. And boom, and you're good. It saves you for 48 hours. Other people can see it. Here in Hawaii, you have a lot of people that are not necessarily here who are trying to look at it. Periscope is wonderful for you. Try that. The other extra app that I want to throw out there that I'm not going to have time to get to, so I'll just talk about it right now, is called Sideline. S-I-D-E-L-I-N-E. Sideline. It'll still be in the presentation when we email it out to you. What Sideline does is the same thing as Google Voice. It allows you to create a second phone number on your phone. So instead of just having your one phone number, you can have a business line and a personal line for free. It sets up a new phone number for you. Look at him. He's like, hey, it only took you 45 minutes, but that was a good one. Okay, so right? So it's like, boom, and now he goes, now I know what I'm going to do in the bars tonight. No, that's not how you should get your second phone number. With me on that? But with me, you got two. Now I know it's a business call. I know it's a personal call. You are good to go. I got two more apps. I think two more apps that I want to show you. One is called Postagram. Phenomenal. This is the new way that thank you notes are made. What this does is it allows you to take a picture of anything you want. You got a husband and wife. They high-five each other. They're getting their keys. Take a picture of the front of the house, whatever it is. And then it takes that picture. It puts it on a postcard. You type whatever you want. Congratulations on your new home. We're so happy for you. Yada, yada, yada. Boom. And it sends it out to them real mail. If you send me a picture of me and my wife getting our house, am I going to throw that out? Absolutely not. My marketing dollar just went that much further. The last app, I wasn't going to bring it up. I don't know if you all know Misty. She's sitting over there. She goes, you got to tell them about this really cool app. I'm like, Misty, I know all the cool apps. She goes, you don't know this one. And she showed it to me. It's called Genworth's Rate Express. Okay, so this is called a shameless self-promotion. So if you're trying to figure out what the MI is going to cost, all the MI companies here, we all have some kind of app that's out there. Download it. But I do say you want to take advantage of this type of stuff because we've already been talking about TRID. You can email that little envelope. You email it to yourself, the processor, the underwriter, print it out, put it in the doc, in the page, in the file. And they say, oh, where'd you come up with this number? We now know where we came up with the number. Folks, my name is Steve Richman. I'm with Genworth Mortgage Insurance. I have a quick question. Do you have any thoughts, questions, comments, concerns about anything we talked about, anything we didn't talk about, or anything you wished we had talked about? Was this 45 minutes well spent? Do you feel it was good? Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me to this conference. I do appreciate it, and I'm passing off to the next speaker, wherever that person is. Thank you.